The Upper East region of Ghana is located in the northeastern corner of the country and bordered by Burkina Faso to the north and Togo to the east, with Bolgatanga as its capital. The area is well known for its unique tourist sites, including the Crocodile Pond, located at Paga, the Sirigu Pottery, and the Tungu Rocks. The region's economy is largely based on agriculture, primarily small-scale animal husbandry in cattle, sheep and goats, and also in cereals like millet, sorghum and rice. Farmers have over the years been farming together, anticipating better life and financial freedom. However, subsistence farming has brought very negligible income to them and their families. Local straw basket weaving is providing a supporting role in the income of the people, but lack of skill and proper management has made it impossible for them to attain financial freedom. With unemployment very high, coupled with lack of lucrative minerals and low incomes from farming activities, the region is categorized as one of the poorest regions in Ghana. Thankfully, Craftpro Limited, a privately owned organization and leader in the provision of specialized training and development for the Ghanaian youth in handicraft, and the National Youth Employment Program (NYEP) have collaborated to train and set up 2,000 youth in local straw basket weaving, and this has been very timely in the fight against unemployment and poverty in the region. Craftpro has over the years collaborated effectively with the Ministry of Youth and Sports through the NYEP in the area of youth training.
Craftpro Limited is a private company that was established in the year 1998. Basically, the company is into the export and sale of African handicraft, agri products and African fabrics. Our major line of business was the export of local baskets, that's local straw baskets from the Upper East region. We had so many orders from Europe and Asia. In the year 2009, we came into a partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Sports through the National Youth Employment Program, of which we signed a contractual agreement to train and set up 2,000 youth in local straw basket weaving, basically in the Upper East region. The project was actually launched on the 4th of May 2010. at one of our mother centers in Singu, the Upper East region. Training has been successful. It's ongoing, and we currently have about 27 training centers in the region. Each district has a maximum of 3 training centers and a minimum of 1. On the average, each center has about 50 trainees whom are supposed to be taken through professional training in basket weaving.
This effort by the government is geared towards solving the ever-growing unemployment and underemployment problems in the region, as well as strengthening and expanding the non-traditional export industry through handicraft, with emphasis on local straw baskets.
The craft industry has a big potential, and when we talk about craft, it ranges from basket weaving to drum making to bamboo processing to all types of handicrafts, art work, and so forth. It's a very big area, and we are somehow limited by the amount of money available or resources available to us. If and when we are able to access more funding, we should invest heavily in that area, because it has the potential of not only employing many of our youth, but also putting available to the export sector of this country a very large amount of export products that can earn the country much needed foreign exchange.
The company seeks to combine local artistic expertise with talent for the benefit of the youth by providing them with innovative and creative skills in handicraft. There is an existing market for local straw baskets, both locally and internationally. But the current output on the market is far lower than the demand. Against this background, Craftpro and NYEP have intervened by training and setting up 2,000 beneficiary youth in a 3-month training program.
Initially, we were given an allocation of 2,000, which we allocated to the various districts within the region. We have 9 administrative districts in the region, 2 municipalities, and then 7 districts. Now, the first 2,000 that was given to the region, most of the districts initially they didn't show interest. So basically, we centered it around the regional capital, that is Bolga Municipal, Kasana Nankana East, Navrongo, Kasana Nankana West, that is Paga, and we have the Bulsa district. We have Talansi Nabdang, Bongo, Boku West. It was with the exception of Boku Municipal and then Garu Timpani. But when the program started, and then our team went around monitoring, and then following the launch, which was done in Servo, that is the Kasana Nankana West district, people began to see the importance of the exercise, especially the training. That day when the women came out in their t-shirts, and then the media showed everything, the rest of the districts that had not yet started the program put in a request. Following that request, I also sent a memo to my national coordinator, that is the Youth Employment National Coordinator, through to the program manager of Craftpro for an additional allocation to the region, and specifically I requested for 1,000 extra allocation. Since then I've not yet heard any response, but I hope they are working on it, because there's a high demand from the rest of the district based on what they have seen in the other district. The program, I must say, is getting on well, because when you go to most of the training centers, the materials are available, the women are busily there, and they are going ahead with whatever is there. And I only pray that collaboration between the National Youth Employment and Craftpro should be strengthened.
There are 7 districts and 2 municipalities, with each having 3 training centers. The beneficiaries now have unlimited orders from local and international markets. During the course of study, the trainees are expected to be taken through specialized skills training in straw basket weaving, designing, and entrepreneurial skills.
During the training process, we will first of all get the straw ready. Then after getting the straw, we dry it. Then when it's well dried, then we do the split. Then after the splitting, we wet it water. Then after which we then do the twisting. Then when you finish the twisting, we'll go to the selecting. We'll select the various sizes. Then after which we then start the bottom of the basket. After getting the bottom of the basket, we move to the body of the basket. Then when we finish the body, then we go to the finishing. After the finishing, we do the handles. When you finish handles, then we go to the cutting. After which we then come to the complete basket.
Select our master trainers by looking at people who are very creative in basket weaving. This is evidence in some of the centers, like Azimson. They have been trained for 2 months now, but they are able to produce very quality baskets that meet international standards. We are training them on the round baskets, the oval baskets, and the lanyard baskets. These are baskets that meet international standards.
Basically, with the whole training program, which is our collaboration with the National Youth Employment, we have set up these centers, training centers, and every district is allocated 3 training centers, and we have to train about 222 per district. So what happens is that for the first phase of the training, they go through a 3-month training period where the master trainers teach them how to make the different types of baskets. Now after the 3 months training period, with the help of the master trainer, we check out those who have qualified, those who can do start a basket from the beginning to the complete stage. We have 3 centers where we have already gotten qualified beneficiaries: Bongo Gorogo, Tongo Bio, and Bapelga. Yeah, that Bapelga and Tongo Bio is in the Talensin Nabdam district. Yes. So that is how basically it is. From the first 3 months, you move to the second phase, which is where we now give you a credit facility. Now the credit facility will give you enough for you to buy straw on your own, which is the major material. You buy the straw, you weave, and this time you are not obliged to sit at a center. You can do the weaving once you are qualified. You can do the weaving in your own house. We will provide you the raw materials. After you completed with the basket, we will come, pay you, and then cut the basket to the market. So that right away we deal too with fair prices. Yeah, it's about fair prices. So there, after the second phase, you are on your own, and we deal with you as if we were into normal business, so that the sustenance and the financial independence is created.
The project has also received an overwhelming patronage, with enrollment exceeding the quota of 2,000 beneficiaries.
I think that they are doing very well, to the extent that even in the Upper East, where this basket weaving activity is going on, there has been an incessant demand for an increase or expansion of the program. The last time we visited, and I was there personally during the lunch, it was very commendable, very, very attractive to see many of our female members of society busy engaged in something that will not only train them in the art of weaving this basket, but also generate some income for them to earn their daily bread. So I think that the demand or the clamoring for more space in the Craftpro program is a self-ample testimony of their fulfillment of their objectives.
Craftpro has done a lot in terms of providing space for women and men to be engaged in the basket weaving. But those areas they have not been able to cover in terms of getting accommodation. People enjoy sitting under the trees, enjoying fresh air while they work. It is our hope that one day Craftpro will provide all centers with accommodation so that they are comfortable working.
When they come, we will interview them whether they just want to come because they learn that there is something, or they want to learn the trade. And when they explain, we accept them due to the way and the manner they will explain to us. We have limit under 16. You know, they are students and they are schooling. But if somebody above 18 going and he or she is interested, we admit him to come and work with us. And when it is school days, we normally give them small time. When they graduate, they will come and join us.
Craftpro has adopted 4 phases in implementing this module. That is training, setup, recovery, and microcredit, the company will ensure that all the beneficiaries go through these phases, which will guarantee quality and high sense of professionalism among them.
Now, the project is actually made of 4 phases, which we have the first phase, which is the training phase. That's where we teach them into detail the scale of weaving the straw baskets, which involves the various designs, mixture of colors, and how to weave the basket to meet the international standards of the international market. The second phase has to do with the setup stage, where we set up various trainees in the communities within which they reside. Actually, in the setup stage, we've broken it into 2 different phases, not phases, but in categories, where the first category has to do with the trainee weaving the basket, and then Craftpro purchasing the basket directly from them. And the second category is where Craftpro purchases the materials for the basket, then the trainee weaves, then we will pick up the basket and pay them a markup. Now the markup here is the profit margin which we make on the sale of the basket. We share 50% profit, and then we also pay them for the cost of labor. So at the end of the day, each beneficiary gains on the average of 5 Ghana cedis a day. That is in weaving on a maximum 2 baskets. So the third phase has to do with the recovery of the level of investment made in each trainee. Actually, the rationale behind it is not to recover the full cost of investment made in the trainee, but then is to really determine those who are business oriented and are serious in carrying on the trade of weaving the local straw baskets, so that if we identify those serious beneficiaries, then we move them to the final phase of the project, which is the microcredit phase, where we come in to support the beneficiaries financially. But in this case, we give them bulk sums of money, which they'll be able to purchase raw materials on a large quantity in order to increase their productivity level.
The beneficiaries will be grouped in associations, where Craftpro will then purchase their end products at the going market price. The company already has an impressive record in the marketing and sales of handicraft, particularly local straw baskets. Craftpro has received huge orders from well-established customers in Europe and America. This establishes the fact that there will be an already market available for beneficiaries, which will go a long way in ensuring financial freedom and sustainability of beneficiaries and their families.
Barata tare gon wa'ana gwamnati tuma wa'ante ne do la yehna songra masra da yehbini data la ita mabete songra bobini mete to yehbini la ita finfi te la songto te za wabe te yang biha komala te songra bona bini te yang biha komala te songra tul neng ge to ba me in se la ba in fine debe bata wa ana tikeli nya song la bini fine te nya te se la bini te ba song rato la ana fine te la bin la tar ko te bo rata gete song la mkele bo ana bini te ba ta song la wa ta song la te kele ba te song la an fine bo te za wa la re song ro to nenga la te po ho ba ya gwamnati tum la za wa te song la to re ka song la ba song te fine ba kele pa te ya gila kele pa ate bang bo to an se yang bi hate kom ge ka ana taba te no ko inda bara te tinga soka te selo en fine buti za wabe mata se tin to
Beneficiaries are now able to produce local baskets on a large scale, and we believe that in the not too distant future, the benefits will be evident in the region and the nation as a whole.
In the future, it will be bright. For instance, all those trainees, eventually when they are passed out, now even if you have one in every household, let's assume there is one in every household, if they are eventually passed out and they are settled, what we expect is that they'll be getting income for the family. Now if you have, let's even assume you have 10 in each of the districts, you are talking about 100 people. Now if they are 20, you are talking about almost 200 people. Now if these people every 3 days or every other market day, if they're able to get 5 cedis from the sale of these baskets and other things which they will make on their own, it will supplement the income of the family, and I think to a larger extent the impact will be felt in the whole region, and it will be marvelous.
Craftpro envisions 1. Providing sustainable jobs for the youth in the region through local baskets. 2. Equipping beneficiaries with the ability to dictate the prices of baskets. And 3. To capture the straw basket market both nationally and internationally. Transformation of the standard of living of the beneficiaries and their families is evident in the region.
What Craftpro intends doing is, for the nearest future, is to expand the training project that we're currently running in the Upper East region to the rest of Ghana, particularly the Brong-Ahafo region and then the Ashanti region, where we have volumes of raw materials to weave these baskets. Now, what we intend doing is to transport this expertise from the Upper East region to Southern Ghana, and then we run the training so that at the end of the day we'll be well assured of the fact that the local straw basket will not only be from the Upper East region, but we also have produce from the various regions in Ghana, particularly from the Ashanti and Brong-Ahafo region. Now, we are also looking forward to make sure we dominate the local industry in terms of the local straw basket, where we would make sure production levels match demand, because currently, as we experience, the level of production is way below the demand level. So we are looking at ensuring that output would actually match the demand for the produce. And in effect, you would realize that with a ready market for all produce, definitely there will be a ripple effect. And that ripple effect will definitely have to do with an improvement in the standard of living of beneficiaries of this project, as we currently experience in the Upper East region.
Craftpro is poised in ensuring that the talent of the youth are well nurtured. We're therefore providing them with these exceptional opportunities, and also to ensure their future and that of their families are well secured.